Alright, ladies and gentlemen, how you guys doing today on this Tuesday, January the 12th, 2021, and what a fucking year it's going to be here on Music of Destruction. Thank you so much for joining me here tonight. Welcome to yet another metallic episode of Music of Destruction, bringing you guys the very best in metal-related content on the only metal channel you need, man. If you missed anything in the past week, click the eye in the upper right corner of the screen, get caught up on all my latest videos. I would certainly appreciate that. If you'd like me to review anything, please make suggestions in the comments section down below. No slam or deathcore, because I'll just delete your fucking comments. Welcome to Album Review Tuesdays once again tonight, and I'm doing another subscriber request. And this one comes courtesy of the user Exuvia93, and he has asked me to do a review of a death metal classic, which I'm very fucking excited about here tonight, with Sadistic Intent, Ancient Black Earth, which was released in 1997 as an EP, and then again in 2007, I believe it's called Resurrection of the Ancient Black Earth, as a compilation in 2007 on Dark Realm Records. Now, the lineup at this time consisted of the following. We have Cortez on bass, Rick Cortez on guitars, Ernesto Bueno on guitars, and Arthur Mendiola on the drums. Now, before we get into the review, let me give you guys some background here on Sadistic Intent, and then we can get into the review. Now, Sadistic Intent is a death metal horde hailing from Los Angeles, California, which was formed in the fall of 1987, and they took influences by the original death black metal groups such as Slayer, Possessed, Dark Angel, Destruction, Venom, Sodom, Celtic Frost, and so forth, and you can definitely hear those influences in here, man. This is fucking OSDM done right, guys. I can't wait to talk about this. Now, the Cortez brothers did go through a few lineup changes in order to form the metaphorical puzzle which would articulate their vision into reality, and the way they executed this is just fucking perfect. I'm going to get all of these guys' albums. Now, setting out to be an onslaught of extreme and obscure metal, the musical journey began by exploring the newfound boundaries of speed as well as heaviness, which created and molded the realm of Sadistic Intent. Now, at a time when death black metal was no longer popular, as it was in the mid-'80s due to the pioneering group breakups, lineup changes, or playing different directions of the handful of groups in the United States raising the flag of death metal. After a couple of rehearsal tapes and demos, the band earned a name for itself in the international underground scene and decided to sign with a rising label at the time called Wild Rags Records in 1990. Now, the impending Doom EP was released and a few tours followed in Mexico as well as in the United States. After bitter disputes with their record label, they moved on, and the following year self-released a limited edition 1,000 copy 7-inch EP titled A Calm Before the Storm, which I would love to get my fucking hands on. Now, shortly after this release, the band came across lineup problems again, and would be until late 1993 when Sadistic Intent would return. Now, in 1994, Sadistic Intent came back from the dead with the properly titled Resurrection mini-CD. Now, this was the first recording in which bassist Cortez would now also handle all of the vocal duties, marking the beginning of a new era for the band. And the sonic conjuration continued to build on itself with an array of thrashing death, blasting speeds, and even atmospheric soundscapes of doom diving deeper into the dark side. This has all the elements of doom, black, and death metal. This record's fucking killer. Now, the band kept busy on the live West Coast circuit, especially in LA during this time, now being recognized as a headlining act upon the local scene, which I would have loved to have been a part of. And after sorting out a lineup problem in 1995, the next production would be a promotional demo titled Ancient Black Earth, which we're reviewing tonight. Now, in 1996, the band decided to release this recording to the diehards as a limited edition 500 hand-numbered copies MCD through Dark Realm Records, and it quickly sold out, and I really need to find a copy. Now, that year, Sadistic Intent was also featured on Dwell Records' successful tribute to Celtic Frost, and during this period of time, the group would make a new appearances at the Milwaukee Metal Fest and a couple of more small tours across Mexico and the United States. Not to mention, throughout the years, they had already appeared with virtually every international death/black metal act that has toured through the Los Angeles area, Now in 1998, the next recording would be a 7-inch EP split with German black metal group called Ungod through Merciless Records. Now in 1999, Sadistic Intent would then record a song for a tribute to California's legendary Possessed, which is absolutely fucking awesome. Now what made this session extraordinarily special is due to the fact that the original Possessed frontman Jeff Becerra is actually featured on vocals. That same year, the band recorded for yet another Dwell Records tribute, this time for LA's own Slayer, which literally introduced Sadistic Intent to thousands of Slatanic fans. Alright, so now that you have a background on Sadistic Intent, let's get into the review. Now, the EP opens with the track Untimely End, and right from its opening, I knew I was gonna fucking love this band and this album because this is absolutely chaotic death metal with the old school balls to the wall approach that is stripped back, fucking raw, convicted, with no bullshit technicality or lame ass attempts to be cutting edge. Thank fucking God for that. This is death metal straight from the soul and the heart. The riffs are dark, mysterious, and brutal, as is the drumming. And the bass sounds like a thundercloud raining down on its benign evil on the earth below. The vocals are absolutely on point here as well, and nothing about this feels forced at all. The double bass drumming is fantastic, and I feel a very strong atmosphere of darkness and decay all around me as I experience the thunderclap from the sky that this track delivers, primarily from the bass tone, which is just fucking amazing, man. I love the production of this album so fucking much. My jaw was on the floor the whole fucking time because this is how I love my death metal, and this is a killer fucking opener full of atmosphere, brutality, and powerful emotion, instrumentation, and of course conviction. Next up we have the title track Ancient Black Earth, and the pummeling darkness doesn't end. In fact, this one's a lot heavier with some really savage blast beats, sinister guitar work that instantly transport you into its black world of hatred and darkness. The drumming is so goddamn primal you'd swear it's ritualistic, but it's not. It's just some sick savage death metal drumming complete with some of the best damn blast beats I've ever heard on an OSDM record. The bass is so goddamn audible, and it adds to the atmosphere, thundercloud, and emotion of the track, and this whirlwind of black haze and just blistering cold that surrounds you as you listen to this fucking record. You got the best of both worlds here with black and death metal. This is how you do two genres correctly. Now, the vocals are also dark, sinister, and almost black metal, but they have the right amount of low growl to them as well, which give them that mixture of styles. The lyrics also very decipherable, which I love because I want to know what the fuck the bands are talking about. Alright, so let's listen to Ancient Black Earth right here on Music of Destruction. And we are back, and yeah man, this is so goddamn dark and primal that it might as well be black metal, but it's death metal and black metal, and the ingredients here separate it from the garbage of today. Now this is how you do death metal right, Archspire. Fucking poser garbage. Anyway, the lead guitars on this record are incredible as well, and add some really intriguing depth and complexity to the music, but also atmosphere that adds a really mysterious feel to the record as well. This is absolutely savage, guys, and I love it. Killer track here as well. Now, closing out the EP is Funerals Obscure, and this one has quite the build-up in the opening riffs and drumming, which is a bit more mid-paced and atmospheric, but this could almost be compared to some of the Norwegian black metal in the 90s, as its approach is very primitive and stripped back, but it's also got enough instrumentation or instrumental variation to satisfy the most fanatical OSDM fans like myself. But the riffing is complex and to the point and conveys a very funeral atmosphere, and it just drips with death, darkness, and decay, as does the bass drums and the vocals. In fact, I would honestly say that this is definitely a black death metal album in a lot of ways, because the ingredients of both genres here are fully intact, at least in my opinion they are. I am mind blown by how simplistic this album is, but also how intricate and tight it is and varied as well. For its entire 17-minute duration, it never gets boring, repetitive, or dull. And that's because back in these days, bands were making music from the heart and the soul, and it wasn't about impressing people or trying to get kids in a fucking mosh pit. No guys, this is straight up expressionism of dark ideas and emotions and hatred, and I absolutely fucking love it to death, man. Now the final verdict for Sadistic Intent, Ancient Black Earth, is going to get a fucking 10 out of 10. This is legendary. I'm going to be buying this album, and I want to thank Exuvia93 once again for the request. And it's actually awesome to know that he's got good taste and knows what I fucking like. So thank you very much. Killer album, guys. Make sure you go out and buy it. As always, I sincerely hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's video. And hey, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell so you don't miss anything. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Music of Destruction. Join the Facebook group for all things metal, facebook.com/groups/Music of Destruction. The Seed, episode number 29, The History of Iron Maiden Part 2 is finally completed. It got uploaded on Saturday night. It's on Patreon right now. Thank you to all who are supporting the channel. Patreon.com/Music of Destruction. Select the $5 tier. Get access to these podcasts for $1 a month. If that's all you can afford, you'll get shoutouts on my channel, and I'll review anything you'd like within reason, of course. Your support help going to new things like new equipment and keeping the channels going. Speaking of channels, Colton James and myself doing our first movie review as soon as we get the equipment. We're in the process right now. We're making a very professional production. Yeah, we're going to be doing movie and game reviews, so let's check out a brand new promo that he just made recently. And we are back. Thank you guys for watching tonight. Make sure to smash that subscribe button, like, and comment. Thank you very much. Have an awesome night. We will see you for Album Ranking Wednesdays. Cheers, everybody. See you in the next video.